Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
We're back in business.
I am so sorry about it. My phone was automatic, it got locked onto a screen lock instead of where it should have been. So I'm behind a couple of minutes. I did not mean to do that. I don't know what exactly happened, but it's done now. I must have just pushed something. You know how that goes. So, Bill, I'll let you get me. Oh, is it up?
It's up.
Am I straight?
You are.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here tonight. I hope you are too. So thanks for joining us. If you're brand new, click like and follow us. We sure would appreciate that. Be sure to give me any kind of love in the comments section that you want. I always appreciate that too. And welcome. So, is anyone in yet?
No, you got 15 people.
Oh, okay. All right, then we're
Quite a
moving.
few.
So I may have lost a few people, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's see if I can get myself on track. So we are in the middle of our mini catalog right now, and I definitely want to use some things from here. But tonight I have been wanting to use the Trucking Along set. Now, I did a check before we came on. That's probably what got me all crazy trying to get it out. It looks like the bundle is back
October 9th.
the week of October 9th. They kind of give a speculative, so be sure to be checking. Now, this is not something that you're going to find in any of our catalogs. It is not something that you're going to find in on the online store. Just in the regular products. This is something that you're going to find in our online exclusives. And so when there's new stuff that goes on the online exclusives, it's really easy to just hit the happening now, or I can't remember what it's called, what's happening, or
What's happening
or
now.
what's new, or something like that button. But always that's at the top banner, but always you can just go to the products and shop, and then go down and look for the online exclusives, and it'll have everything. I noticed when I was in there that they were getting low inventory on a couple of the punches, like the 1 3/4 and the 2-inch punch. So if those are things, I think they need to be in everybody's. But this set does come in a bundled set, like I said, probably the week of the 9th, where you can save 10%. And I've been kind of holding off on using it simply because we didn't have the punch for it. And so I decided I'm going to go ahead and do something without a punch with the Trucking Along bundle, because I know that with the Trucking Along stamp set, because I know some people have the stamp set and are waiting for the punch. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, and that's where you're going to find it. You know what I forgot? I have to do a drawing.
All right.
So
No, I do the drawing.
that's right. I will let you do the drawing. So last week we made this cute little card, and this is, what is it called? Something around. I can't remember what the bundle was, and I was gonna look that up before I came alive.
Something around.
It's
around here.
okay. Listen, I got a little
Frazzled.
yeah, since I screwed up the first entry here. Okay, here it is. Wishes All Around bundle. This thing is so stinking cute. And I made these cute little cards off of this. And I had, it was interesting. So between the bow on top, the bow on the bottom, and then the gray versus the green, the number one card, I tallied it up even from my YouTube channel, was actually the green with the bow on the bottom. So this was the one that people liked the most. But anyway, I've got my tickets here. There was a lot of good shares, so I want to thank you guys so much for that. We'll do a drawing. How you get into my drawings is each week, if you share this video to your wall, then I put your name in for a drawing. There was a lot of names this time, and thank you for those people who are watching me off YouTube. Look at all those.
Last week's winner, Margo, is watching it on her big screen TV.
Oh, okay, well, so Bill's going to draw a couple. Do another one.
And 2.
Okay. So he's going to draw a couple tickets. Who do we have?
Kathleen Renee. Don't know that person.
I don't know Kathleen Renee either. So, Kathleen, please let me know your name and address. Just message me here at Piccadilly Stampin on the messenger.
And Lori Brockman.
Oh, and Lori. Woohoo! Lori hasn't won in a long time, so that's awesome.
I dug deep for that one.
Did you? Okay, so will you put those over there? I've got your address, Lori. Unless you've moved, let me know. I do want to share one thing. So I got a card from my downline that it had the most precious message in it. But I want to show you. She used the autumn paper. When did we see that was coming in? Like October 2nd or 9th or something? October 2nd?
Second or the 13th. It wasn't the 9th.
Early October, this paper will be back in. And she's using my favorite set here with that distressed gold, which, by the way, is on low inventory now. But I want you to notice something here. She used the new embossing folder. Does that show up?
Yes, it does.
The new embossing folder underneath, and then put the veining on top, which I thought that was so gorgeous. So, oh, you can see it? Okay, good. I wanted you to see it. And then she wrote me a separate note. There it is. But I wanted you to see the inside. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So thank you so much. This was Kristen Wenzel, if you're watching.
She is.
Thank you very much for that card. Okay, back to the stamp set. So I don't even know what to call this card. Let's just get going. I'm going to make an arm on a card. An arm, you say, right? Well, yes. So let's bring out...
You got the paper stretcher out?
The paper stretcher, yes.
Made it longer.
I did. So there's a lot of parts to this. You're kind of funny tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to point out, I think I used about every stamp block to set this up. I like to set them up ahead of time before you guys get to it. Now, the DSP that I'm using is the Countryside... What is it called? Countryside Inn paper? I know one of my stamp sisters will know. Here it is. It is Countryside Inn. Yes, it's a 12 by 12. And this stuff is so gorgeous. I just ordered more in.
What?
Shh, 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 shh. Be careful. My husband will hear you.
That's right.
And so it's very, very pretty. But I want to show you something. So we're going to start off. Our card base is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And it's just, there's no fold to it. It's just the boho blue cut at that dimension. And then we're going to need a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of DSP. But I'm going to be using the deckled circles. So let me pull this out. And I want to show you. I'm going to be using 2 sizes. There are 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. So it's the 2 that are in the middle there that I will be using. I did not know how to size it. I suppose I could have measured it, but I didn't. So that's where you find it. It's the 2 middle ones. But to save, get the most buck, get the most bang for your buck out of your DSP. I'm going to be covering this, so I went ahead and...
Might as well cut the center out.
Yeah.
Use it someplace else.
It's just another way I'm going to be using this for the project. And
Creating that value.
I am creating value, aren't I?
That's right.
Saving you some money, Mr. Pick.
That's right. I like it.
What'd you just do?
Chair.
Oh, did it bust?
No, just snap back.
Well, that's why you're not supposed to lean back on that chair.
Guess.
He's over here leaning back. Didn't they teach you that in school? Not supposed to lean back?
Not to sit up on the edge. I was on the floor. So I was leaning back.
Yeah, but you were leaning back. That's how you get it to tip over.
That's right.
So I'm using that green glue so that I can just kind of center this in here. Now this is our card base, so I just want to kind of leave that there. Now this is the large. I also have the same size in Night of Navy that you'll need. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of the basic white in the size that's just under that, out of those 2 middle ones.
And those are the deckled
These are the deckled circles, yes.
Yeah.
So these are something new in our mini catalog right now. And they're the deckled circles.
People are saying they just got them today.
They're wonderful.
You'll be making this
So
card tomorrow.
let's start with some stamping. So I'm going to bring in my memento because I want to stamp the outline of this truck. So let's do that. I hope I've got that. I may have to stand up for some of this, so I'll try to talk a little softer so I'm not blowing you away. Down at the bottom of this circle is we are going to stamp this image down. Give it a good press. Don't rock it. Just give that ink time to transfer.
Yep. Even pressure.
Even pressure. That's right. Okay. And then while I got the black out here, let's go ahead. This is the tires. Notice I didn't say
that's
wheels.
Sweet how they do that.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It might be easier for me to do the blue first. For some reason, I'm not lining that up right. So let's grab the boho blue. Oh, you know what I just thought of? I've been doing so much blue. Is Marcia here? Because she'll probably just love this.
Marcia is here.
Full strength. Now I
Loving those blues, she said.
Yeah, I figured she would. So I tried a couple of things. I tried Misty Moonlight Full Strength. It was too dark. I tried Misty Moonlight Stamped Off. It was too... It wasn't a solid image. So boho blue, I tried Stamped Off because I was going to do something a little bit different, and it didn't. Gosh, why am I not getting that to ink up? There we go. Okay. So this has, if you see, there's little cutouts in here, which will leave little highlights on your truck.
I like it. Kind of like putting a model together.
Kind of, yeah. So hopefully I get that down right. Okay, not bad.
Ooh, I like it.
Now let me try and see if I can see those wheels a little better. Did you notice I said wheels tires a little better? You said wheels.
I said wheels.
Oh, I'm not used to, I usually have my head right on top of this, so if this doesn't go exactly perfect, it's Bill's fault.
What?
I knew you'd like that. It's his fault. Okay. So then let's grab some Pebbled Path. Now, Pebbled Path is a little darker than I want, so I am going to find a piece of scratch paper here. Do I have one real quick? Real close, Bill? Do you see one? Right there? Nope, that's not it. What? Here, I'll grab.
You have scratch paper everywhere.
Yeah. I'm hoping I'm not. I'll just grab a piece of. Here we go. This will work for now. So I want to stamp off a generation. And you can determine how you want to do it, but I'm just going to stamp that off so that I can put right underneath. I am going to have to stand this whole demonstration, I think. Right underneath that truck. So we want to ground him a little bit.
Stretcher out.
Until I get the paper stretcher. Is that what you're talking about? The paper stretcher they do? You guys, quit feeding into him.
What?
Okay, since I'm doing a fall card, even though it's blue, I'm going to do, there's these little flowers that I'm going to have coming. He's going to have a truckload of flowers. So I can put that in. And then I'm going to grab the Daffodil Delight. And ink this up.
Oh, I like it.
Do ya?
I do.
It just lines up so nice. Now, while I'm here, I can sit for this. I'm going to go ahead and use one of our Stampin' Right markers instead of the blends. I always use the blends, but when I'm not doing something that I want to have necessarily this isn't a big area, this would leave a lot of streakers, but this will be fine for what I want. I'm going to just add, this is Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to go in here on the leaves, and we'll do the stems too. And just add that little bit of green on there just to make that feel finished off. Okay, now I'm going to grab the boho blue again. And what did I do with that paper?
The one you threw away?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Be the one.
And I want to, there's little clouds that came in that, so I want to stamp off. So stamp off, and I'm going to start kind of off my paper, stamp off, and on my paper, stamp off. Because I didn't want this to match the truck, you know.
Yeah, I understand, but that looks so cute.
Isn't that adorable?
It is.
I knew you'd like the truck. I just knew it. Okay, so I stamped on, so I have just a lighter generation of ink. And as you can see, as this is drying...
You could work on trucks.
So I can work on
No,
trucks?
that's when you could.
Oh.
That year and model.
Yeah, that's when you can... I got what you're saying now, yes. Yep. So now that is my little truck image here. I'm not going to do much more with that. You can if you want to, but I am going to pull out a piece of Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment. So I'm bringing the memento back in, and the sentiment I chose is in the stamp set. It says, sending you sunny thoughts. What a great sentiment, don't you think? Sending you sunny thoughts.
Yeah.
This would be great for, like, if someone is ill, or just because. I am going to stand up again. Jeez. Think that I can... Okay, I'm going to line that up. Now, you guys know I don't generally measure when I'm doing sentiments this way. So, I just pull out my Stampin' trimmer. Yes. So, this looks to be about a 1/2 inch, if anyone's wanting to know. And while I'm sitting here, it looks like this was, about 3 3/4 inches. So, I'll put that scrap back. I'm going to pull in, this is the Banner Pick-a-Punch. And I like it for when I'm doing these small ones, because you guys know what I really like, right? But we don't sell it anymore, so such a crying shame to me. But if you put this in correctly, which let's hope I did, you're going to get a nice, which let's hope I did again, right? I'm all frazzled. There we go. Much better. Ooh, that one's close. I might have to do this twice too. You want to kind of get it in between those. If you don't have it cut exactly at a 1/2 inch, that's what happens. It goes a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and then
such a punch over.
Oh man, I'm really struggling tonight. All because my phone wouldn't go right. So we'll slow down.
Over.
What's that?
You could have flipped it over and looked to see where it was sliding.
I didn't know what was going on with it. It
Oh.
kind of like, yeah. So I will fix this, but I'm going to use it for the example tonight. So what I want to happen next is I want you to take the other basic white and just adhere it down so that I've got a nice little mat around it on here. And we're going to set this aside. Right like that. Okay, you guys are probably like, what is she doing? She hasn't even made a card yet. Well, I'm setting it up. I am, honestly.
Stretching the paper.
Okay, so what he means by that, because we're laughing at it, what he means by that is I needed a sheet longer than 12 inches, because you know you can get, cardstock in up to 12 by 12s. I needed a sheet longer than that, so I've stretched paper. I found a way around it. Let's hope I can explain this. Okay, we're going to set all of these aside now. Let's bring in, you're going to need a 4x4 of boho blue, and you'll need a 4 and 8.5 of boho blue, and then we're going to score it at 2.5 and 4 1/2. So, or 2 1/4, I'm sorry. 2 1/4 right here. You want your score blade out, the lighter one, not the darker one. And like that. And then 4 1/2. Measure twice. Okay. Okay, so Bill, do you know why I come here each week and do a live show?
No, why?
Because I absolutely love stamping. And I like to teach what I learn. And so that's why I come here each week, because it's apparent that I'm not very professional when I can't even learn how to get my phone in the right direction to start the video tonight. But you know what it's like, ladies, when you find a new recipe, let's say that, and you want to share it with one of your friends? Well, that's exactly what Stampin' is for me. It's just a new recipe. I find a new recipe, I want to share it with you guys. It's the same thing. So I hope that each week when I'm coming here, I'm inspiring you. So I have made just a little Z fold here. I've got a 4-inch side here, and these are 2 1/4. Okay, and I made this little Z. And what I want to do is I want to hold this down, and I want to place this on here to cover up my circle. Okay, that way nobody's going to know. And this is that arm. This is the arm that we're talking about. So that no one's going to know that I cut the circle out of the DSP. People don't take apart your cards. They're so thrilled that you made a homemade card. Just like that one that Kristen made me. It'll probably go up on my wall. Okay, so I find it easiest if you fold it in so that you can kind of see the size you're working at and move it so that you got kind of an equal edge on here. And you can, if you want to, you can kind of look. Looks like about 3/4 inch showing here. And then move this flat on that side. Okay. And give that a good press. All right. Then to make the paper longer, I needed, this was 8 1/2. I needed 4 more. So to put 4 more on here, it would have been like 12 1/2 or something, and I didn't have paper that long. So we're just going to glue this one on straight on here. And I'll show you why I wanted it to go this direction. I want to give it a nice covering. But you don't want to go too close to this outside edge, because if you're moving around, you don't want to get gunk on that edge. So hold that down and put the edge of your 4x4 on top. See? Right here. Put this edge touching. Make sure it's straight. Run your finger across it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's cool.
So the reason why, now let me start, because when this opens, it's going to open like this. It's going to have that little arm so it can stand if they want it to stand. I want to give this just a minute to adhere. So let me just show you a sample. I was trying to come up with, where did my sample go, Bill?
Right there.
Okay. I was trying to come up with how to fix what I wanted to create out of this. And I always use, I always try to make a dummy go of it with one piece of card and see if I could get that arm movement. But if I were to, this is the same design as what that is. And if I were to glue this to that side, when you open it up, it's still covering up where you write. And I wanted it to open up and be open so you could see the front and what you wrote at the same time. So let's start there. Did that make sense?
Yes, it did.
Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions?
They love your chips.
Okay. So, well, I'm hoping that...
One of the comments is, but you covered your circle. Well, yes, we're adding value to the paper.
I covered the circle because we're going to be using it right here, okay? This is where our circle's going to go. It's going to live right in this spot. So let's attach this. Now, for those who come and send me messages all the time, will this ship on one stamp? I did weigh it with an envelope, an A2 envelope. This will ship on one stamp. It is kind of thick, but that's why I wanted to use that DSP again on the front of the card, because you're not seeing much, but I wanted to use it on the front of the card because I feel like it's thinner than the cardstock, because you got some layers. You got a cardstock layer here, you've got DSP, then you've got a cardstock layer there. And then if you really count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you're getting kind of up there. Oh, it's a 7-layer salad card.
Another salad.
Didn't mean to, but I'm going to add a couple more layers. So this piece, to be different, I thought this could be one of my love notes. So this could go right on the inside, coordinates with what's on the outside of the card, just for a little bit of a different look. So let's add, I'm getting a little low on this one. I've been going through the glue a lot because I do a lot of holiday cards. So let's do this, because who thinks about doing a circle? But you can still put a little note right there, right? Okay, now, whoever gets this next week, I plan on fixing this, but I'm going to show you here. I'm going to add that to the front, okay, of the card, and I'll show you the other one. And then for... I don't want to glue that one down but I do want to show you. So these are the iridescent pastel gems. And these larger gems here are amazing for the inside of your flowers. But sometimes when you stick them on cards, they're too wide. And so this is the perfect card to use this. You can put it on either side if you want, because it's going to get a little bit of protection on here when you send them, because you've got the width. I'm going to pop this. Let me just show you one that's done. Pop it up. And so as the card is going through, you know, this is going to, that little thickness is going to give you a little protection. So let me just show you here the one that's done properly. Do you see? So you've got a little bit of bling bling there. I think it's so cute. This would be great for any girlfriend. I love it, but that's the way you can lengthen the card. Now, again, you could do it. There's nothing wrong with having the card open this way or having it just pull all the way out. You could have it do that too. So you could use this one if you wanted to just use one piece of paper. I just wanted it to be where it would be sitting like this when they were reading it and they could see the sentiment. So isn't that just stinking cute?
It's awesome.
So on Friday this week at 4 p.m., I'm going to have a parfait, but I'm going to do something I haven't done. And so I'm excited about doing it, a little bit nervous, but a little bit excited. It's what I'm doing for my Christmas cards this year, for a lot of my Christmas cards, not all of them. And I would love for you to join me. That is Friday at 4. So that is my reminder that I'm going to have a Piccadilly parfait, just kind of something to start your weekend off. But this will make 6 cards out of 3 pieces of DSP. So I'm excited. Yes. If you want to purchase any of the products here today, you can purchase them from my online store. This is my current host code. If your order is under $150, please use that host code. Let's see. Oh, we've got the paper pumpkin kit that's still available. They have until when, Bill?
The 10th.
The 10th to sign up. This is kind of a
That's
kit.
Right, because the truck's available on the 9th.
That's right. The truck bundle set is available the week of the 9th. So fingers crossed that comes in. We do have a Christmas bundle. If you're new and wanting to start off, this is a great way to start off making your own Christmas cards. There is a designer series paper release. Bill, I just got this it's coming, Tradition of St. Nick's. I just got that bundle that you were looking at and making a big deal over, that Santa Claus bundle.
I was.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming. I cannot wait to try that. So these are kind of specialty papers that are being released on top of everything else. There's also on our online, I got to do a card with this so you guys can see this. This is the Heartfelt Hexagons. What else, Bill? Anything else? Join us on Friday for sure. Were there any questions on this?
No, but they're gonna be doing it.
Are you guys gonna try to make this?
There's a couple of them that are gonna.
Yeah, it is pretty simple. I tried to simplify it for you. Listen, if you received a little bit of inspiration tonight, will you please take the time to like, share, and subscribe? I would really appreciate it so much. So that's what I had. Were there any questions?
Nope.
No questions? Okay.
You guys, some people got their hexagons.
You got your hexagons already? I love it. I actually have something coming out here next month that I cannot wait to share with everyone with that. So have a great evening. We will see you next Wednesday night, hopefully at 7 p.m. And also this Friday, I've got such a make 6 cards with 3 little pieces of cardstock. It is so awesome. So can't wait to share that with you. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening.
Night.
Good night.